I am Monique Hernandez and I am your tour guide for today. Now, I will tour you in the landmark of the Philippines. Now, I will tour you in Malacanang of the Philippines. The Malacanang Place or Palasyo ng Malacanang is the official residence of the Presidents of the Philippines, which is located as Long Jose P. Laurel Street in San Miguel, Manila. The place originally built in 1770 by Don Luis Rocha, a summer house along Pasig River. Since both are owned by the government, in 1825, the building has been removed, demolished, rebuilt, and expanded. Now, with a floor area of 160,000 square, it is considered as the seventh largest place in the world. Our second destination is Benigno Aquino Monument. The monument of Benigno Aquino, Makati City, commemorates the great sacrifice of former Philippine Secretary Benigno Aquino. Ninoy Aquino is fight for earned democracy for the Filipino people during the Marcos regime. The bronze monument depicts the fearless Ninoy held by two bodyguards. The monument is located as corner of Ayala Avenue and Paseo de Rojas in Makati, Metro Manila. Our third destination is Luneta in Intramuros, Manila. Luneta and Intramuros are historically significant places, not only in Manila, but the entire of the Philippines. The proclamation of the Philippines' independence on July 4, 1946 was held at Independence Grandstands in Luneta. The original site was located just across the monument of Rizal and Independence Flag. Independence Grandstands was moved and now known as Quirino Grandstand, a walking distance from Rizal Park and Intramuros. A historic walkway where you can travel back in time and reflect on how the Filipino lived during the colonial rule in Spain. Now, in our fourth destination is Fort San Pedro. Now, party run for San Pedro was built in 1565 upon the orders of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, who conquered the Philippines during the 15,000s. The fort served for many years as an army garrison camp, and even act as the city zoo for a time. What is left of the fort dates to the 18th century and small ramparts, being as built allowing locals and tourists and place to escape the hustle and bustle in the Cebu. Our fifth destination is Puerto Princesa, Subterranean River. Puerto Princesa Underground River is one of the unique landmarks in our Philippines. Within the Puerto Princesa Park lies a hidden river, which is flow underground and much of park landscape sits on the limestone bed. The river runs through the limestone and directly into the sea, making parts of this subterranean river tidal due to the location. The river and surrounding parklands are parts of the diverse ecosystem, which encompasses both the mountains and the sea, giving it some of the most important forestry system in the Asia. Both tours take tourists through the subterranean river, where they can see underground waterfalls and crystalline caves. Next destination is Banawe Rice Terraces in Ifugao. The Banawe Rice Terraces are the most epic landmark in the Philippines. Scratch Dust is absolutely most epic landmark there. A UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1995, the rice terraces were once a genius agricultural invention. For more than 200 years, the knowledge behind their instruction was handed down from one generation to the next. Landing today is incredible landscape of great beauty of the epitomize and the harmony between man of the nature. A word is its sound, the Banaweres says, often overlooked by tourists. The beaches are indeed the Philippine mountain tourist magnet, but skipping the glossary marvels is a tremendous mistake. Coron, Palawan. I used to work with Filipinos, and when I asked them about the best place to see in our country, the answer was always same Coron. Coron is placed there the local on a vacation. Coron is the place where thousands of scuba divers from around the world for our dreams dives. Coron, the place is where you some of the most outstanding natural treasure in the world. Trust me with the plans is the Philippine Coron should is the cornerstone. Karst landscape, pastoral beaches, crystal clear lakes and variant coral reefs, crop atmosphere turn in the islands into the latest sounds in paradise of earth. Our next destination is Tubataha Reef in Palawan. Covering an area of 96,828, Tubataha Reef Marine Park in Coral Heart of the Philippines. Featuring a pristine coral reef, countless lagoons, and even 2 corals in islands. Tubataha is so spectacular that in 1993, it was indicated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Located in center of the Sulu Sea, these particular reefs are home to great diversity of marine life, including dolphins, whales, sharks, and Napoleon wrens. Beaches is only the boat. Tubataha is among the most sought-after landmark in the Philippines, which divers often reserving the adventure years in advance. Now, I will tour you in Chocolate Hills in Bohol. Undoubtedly as most famous and curious landmark in the Philippines, which is Chocolate Hills. Varying in size of 30 to 120 meters, this is 1,268 particularly shaped hills are like nothing else in the world. The otherworldly view is best observed in the summer when the usually lush mounds turn and brown and their chocolate stain. Even though the exact ways of their formation is not clear, and the locals have plenty of the origin legends. My favorite one tells the story of the giants who used to live in the area. He fell in love with a girl from the village, but the girl did not like him back because he were too fat. The giant was heartbroken and started talking Lasak Tibbs and Cruz created the Chocolate Hills. Located on islands on Bohol, it spread through area of more than 50 square kilometer, and the Chocolate Hills present a striking and exotic landscape more than worthy being on the bucket list. Next, our next destination is Carmoa National Park. It's time to get the idyllic tropical island and promise, and the main reason why visit the Philippines is the beaches. And there is good reason for the most them in the postcard perfect and epitome in tropical beach. And you know what's the best part? They are relatively free of people, while in neighboring beach countries such Thailand or Indonesia, it's Herculean, top fine and empty beaches in the Philippines in Habli Golden Shore at often crowd-free. The Caramoan National Park is not a regular landmark. You probably won't find in any other Philippines, but see the spotless Caramoan is the one of those rare places. It's a beauty under the radar. A set of the reality show Survivor, this is National Park offers everything the most renowned islands, but save your tourist hassle and inflated landmark in our country. This is Peninsula It is must visit for travelers searching for off-beaten gems. And our last destination is Boracay. Boracay is the first big tourist destination in our Philippines. Even though it's only 7 km long and 1 km wide. The tiny islands feature as impressive kilometer postcard perfect sketch of sand. The legendary White Beach and that not all total of 17 tropical beaches scattered through island making in a spectacular tropical paradise. Boracay is continuously featured as best beaches in the world rank, which is results such enormous influx of our tourists that in 2008, the government has closed the islands for 6 months, so they restore the islands its former glory.